What is up, fishing world? Trever Wagner coming back at you again. In this episode, I went on a recent trip and I had to fight some wind. So I'm going to kind of take you on that journey, show you how heavy the wind was. I did end up catching 2 fish, not giants, they were dinks, but I did catch fish in this heavy wind. I'm going to kind of show you after the video what gear I used, what lures I caught them on, and all of that. But before the video gets started, as soon as I launched my kayak, got my sonar stuff up and running, I used my forward-facing sonar to help somebody on the shore. That's right, there was a young lady off on the shore. She was fishing. Her family was around there. Obviously, they were just fishing for crappie, white bass, stuff like that. And as I was going out, there was a brush pile that I caught, and I seen a bunch of fish swimming around this brush pile. So I hollered over at her, asked her to kind of like, how far can you cast, all that stuff, point her in the right direction. As I went going, turning the corner, sure enough, she caught some fish. So forward-facing sonars, not just about you, it's about helping others, because that's what fishing is about. It's not just about you having a good time, it's helping other people that are out on the water also to enjoy the great outdoors, have fun, catch some fish, all working together. So without further ado, let's get into the video, and then I'll talk to you guys when it's over. See you in a minute.
How far can you cast?
Pretty far. This is a pretty heavy one.
There's a brush pile, like probably like where my front of my boat is. If you go like to about 10 o'clock, there's like a few fish hanging out right there.
Sun breaks through the clouds, new life blooming all around. Pushed offshore with a stubborn grin, but spring don't always come with a gentle wind. Rod in the crate, paddle cuts through, sky still blue, but the gusts blew true. I ain't here for ease or calm, just me in the storm with a reel in my palm. I'm fighting spring wind, riding heavy waves, tipping through trials in this plastic brave. Hopes cast out with a flick and a prayer, fishing for peace in the wild out there. She don't give easy, but I love her tune. This storm-born calm on a spring afternoon. Swallows dip low, reach, bend and sway. Every gust tries to push me away, but I anchor my soul in this drifting boat, tied to the faith that keeps me afloat. Not chasing numbers, not chasing fame, just trying to feel something real again. The battle's loud, but my heart stays still, 'cause the wind only strengthens the will. I'm fighting spring wind, riding heavy waves, tipping through trials in this plastic brave. Hopes cast out with a flick and a prayer, fishing for peace in the wild out there. She don't give easy, but I love her tune. This storm-born calm on a spring afternoon.
Well, got a green fish. Well, I should say brown fish. Got me a smallmouth. Not bad.
Every ripple writes a line in a story that feels like mine. Grace in the grind, hope in the cast, a moment that's fleeting but built to last. Still fighting spring wind, but I found my way through every pushback the heavens gave. I'll cast again, come sun or gloom, chasing the quiet of a spring afternoon.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the fish catches. As you can see, they were not giants, but again, fighting the wind. It's always tough when you're out there and the wind's blowing, pushing your kayak around. Again, I'm not motorized. I don't have a motor. I don't have spot lock. Even with spot lock, it would have been a little bit rough. Even the boats that I seen out there, they were battling the wind as well. They were all having issues out there. But again, I did catch those too. They weren't giants, but again, catching fish, having a good time. That's what it's all about. All right, so that first fish, the smallmouth, my first smallmouth of the year, as you can see, was a jerkbait fish. So the rod and reel that I use for my jerkbait and the jerkbait that I caught that on is right here. So I caught that smallmouth on my jerkbait rod. This is my St. Croix, the jerk rod. Again, I've given you guys the specs on this before. It's an awesome rod. It's a great rod. Again, this is paired up with my Tatula SVTW. It's 8-to-1 gear ratio, and I caught it, obviously, one of my favorite jerk baits. This is the Vision 110 Junior, and that is what I caught my first smallmouth on for the year. So again, little tricky jerk baiting when the wind is blowing. You have to make sure, one of the things that I do, especially to keep it in position as the boat's drifting, is a lot of times I release the bail. So the line's kind of free spooling out there, so it's sitting there. So as the boat's drifting, I kind of feed some line to keep that jerk bait still. How do I know it's staying still? With my forward-facing sonar. I'm able to watch my bait on forward-facing sonar to make sure it's not moving until I want it to move. So just a little trick out there if you're jerk baiting in the winds and you want it to stay still, but your kayak's moving, release that bail, feather out your line a little bit, just feather it out lightly, keeping it in position, and then when you're ready to jerk, close the bail, jerk it. And again, another secret is jerk it on slack line. You don't need to jerk it on taut line. If you jerk it on slack line, it'll still jerk, and it's staying in position a little more, and it's not coming back to your boat as fast. It's a little sneaky little trick that's out there. All right, the second fish was actually not too long after that first one. Was going around, put the jerkbait away, really wasn't having much love after that one, and went to cranking it again. And so I caught that second dink on a crankbait. So what's my cranking rod? What crankbait did I use? Well, that is right here. So again, showed this before. This is obviously my cranking stick. This is a Dobbins Champion series, but it's the Fred Robana series, so I got it really cheap. And this is the square bill rod, just amazing rod. And I just have this with a loose tournament MP reel, great reel. Love this thing. It's I believe this is the 6:3-to-1 gear ratio. I don't want something super fast when I'm cranking. I need that little bit more torque getting it through. Oh, still got a little grass on this guy. And this is the Bill Lewis ATV is what I caught him on. You can still see I got a little grass from the lake on there on this guy. Again, there's some of those heavier cedar trees coming out, rock points. So feeding this thing through, that Bill Lewis ATV works really, really well. Absolutely love that little crank as it's coming through. So that was me battling the wind. Those are the two rods and reels and baits that I use to catch my two little dinks in the wind. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the music that went along with the video. And with that said, that's pretty much all I got. So comment down below. Did you like the music? Do you not like the music? Also comment down below. Would you go fishing with the wind blowing that much, or would you have packed it up? Or if you are fishing in the wind like that, what would you have tried to throw to catch some bass? I will tell you, I did try a spinnerbait a lot. No love on the spinnerbait. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And if you can, get out and fish. Catch some bass. All right, guys. Until next time.